And we are live. What's good, Josh and Mandrell Saint? Welcome. The I Really Want to Know podcast. How y'all doing? What's good? You know what it is. Just a quick sound check. Everything is everything. Yo. I was chilling today. Earlier today, I was chilling like I always do, just doing my thing, trying to figure out what topic to talk about tonight, right? Just like, man, do I want to talk about the manosphere? The manosphere is evolving, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that'd be a good topic. Do I want to talk about the growing rift between men and women? I was watching Hafiz and old boy from England, I forget his name. I was watching one of their things, and I was like, oh, the rift between men and women. I want to talk about that. Do I want to talk about the history of feminism? I've been working on that. Like, am I ready to do that? And then I get a text from Jswans. And I'm not gonna tell you what the text said, but it had a link. So I hit the link and I went to the link, and I know at that moment I knew what the show was gonna be about. It was done and done. Like, there's no way to not talk about it. And so here it is. And let's just watch this real quick. Just real quick clip.
I'm joining the Marines. I think you're a fool. You're a fool. You're going to go die for what? Biden? I'm trying to protect American freedom. Yeah, you're going to protect the freedom of those people in Nebraska by going over to Yemen and bombing some 13-year-old farmers. Great job. Stupid. You ain't protecting nothing but profits for companies that don't care about you, that'll force you to take injections which you don't even want. You're a fool to defend any of these globalist systems. You should only protect yourself and your boys. You should be in the war room. That's what you should be doing. Fighting for the war room. At least you get rich. I fought for myself, became a world champion, got some money. Why are you going to fight for America? You're not going to get any money. Get your leg blown off. Walk around with one leg, Mr. Limpy. Saying, well, at least I served my country and I'm proud. And you're Mr. Limpy, G. For what? For Biden? He doesn't care about you. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Limpathon. Limp your ass out of my chat. Next.
So there it is. That's what I saw. You know what I mean? Y'all know, I'm military through and through. There's one thing I am. I am military through and through. So me and Jswans had a very long conversation, and he's here today. You know what I mean? So we're going to get into it. You know what I mean? Nothing but salute. I got to keep it real now. Not even using the little kid applause. Y'all know this shit's serious.
No doubt. Hey, let me just start by saying I appreciate you upholding that man code and not, holding up the text and telling the whole world what was in the text. That's, like I said, that's between me and you. That's man shit.
That's man shit. I share the link. The link is for the world. What was said is for us.
Now, I'll tell you what I said. I was like, you still rocking with this bitch. That's what I said. Like, I can't even, I want to joke about it, but that's not even a joke, man. I mean, no respect for the sacrifices that men in the military have made for this country. None. You know what I'm saying? So that right there. And the fact that he feels that it's a joke, or that it's, what do you always say, man? Well, that's not Andrew, that's Cobra. That's Cobra Tate. Now, when the devil tells you who he is, man, believe them. All right. So, and that's my attitude about it. And I said, I ain't got no respect for that cat. None. You know what I mean? That's completely disrespectful, especially on the fact that my grandfather, my father, myself, and my son have all served this country. And, and it wasn't about, oh, I'm just trying to get mine. No, we did it because we believe in this country. We understand what sacrifice is. And I think that's why, as individuals, these men in my family have all succeeded, including myself and my son working on his thing. So, I find that shit to be completely disrespectful and disgusting, especially, making jokes about like I said, I hate to tell him, bro, there's lots of Marines walking around, with one leg and a prosthetic. And you think that shit is funny? Man, get the fuck out of here with that, man. Like, I can't even, I want to make a joke. I thought about coming on with the shades and the cigar, but I can't even, like I said, the shit is corny, man. It's disrespectful. Like, what you want me to say? I said it in the text. You rocking with this bitch? That's you. You know,
he said in a text. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is between us. This is just me and him talking. I think it's all whatever, like rainbows and Kool-Aid over here. Nah, man, this my guy. We have real conversations. You know what I mean? It might get to the point, motherfuckers get animated, but at the end of the day, we still brothers. Don't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we still brothers. So I'm gonna read the chats and then I'll we'll jump into it. Sister Candace, oh boy, your title's gotten my attention. Hit the like button on your way in. Thanks for that, Sister Candace. Shout out to you. That's for everybody who's in the chat. Miss Globe Girl, can't wait to hear how you defend the statement from this self-righteous moron. Well, not gonna be a lot of defense on this end. But yeah, like I said, I told her my response to that was it's gonna be a good show. It's right here. What's good, ladies? Always good to see y'all. This will be a good show. Sister Candace, yeah, again, please hit the like. Brother Grios is in the house, man. Shout out to you, bro. I'll see you in a few weeks. Miss AKA Lady, good evening to everyone. Saying hello to the whole chat. You know what I mean? Miss Globe Girl, Tate equals clown. Hello everyone. Like I said, Miss Globe Girl is my favorite sailor. She's all about that. She's military as well, through and through. So let's get to it, bro.
Yeah,
let's get to it.
I mean, maybe you need to play it again for all those that missed it, man. But I don't know. Like I said, I find that shit to be completely disrespectful. And like we've talked about, I mean, he's on there talking about, oh, you doing this and getting killed and this and that. Man, look, if you ain't willing to die for something, you definitely ain't leaving. You ain't living. Okay. And if you believe in this country, and I hear people talking about, I wish I'd win the lotto. Bro, you won the lotto. Okay. You were born in America. That's a huge leg up in this world. And
he said,
take your ass out to El Salvador, see how you fare. You know what I mean? But nah, I mean, it's like I said, I'm trying not to be I forgot, get a hold your frame, can't be in your feelings, man. Nah, fuck that. I mean, I'm in my feelings about that shit, man. Because I know young men and women that are fucked up. I go to the VA. I see them cats in there messed up, especially down there in Tampa. The big one, I see them cats messed up. So I mean, yes, it bothers me, man. So, like I said, I can't respect a man that can't respect, his own country because he is American. He got his shit and left, but he talking about the soldiers and sailors that have fought and died for this country, man. Fuck him.
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, like he left as a kid or whatever, but still he was in the UK. You could say you grew up in the UK. There's a military there. You know what I mean? Like, I've been on missions with members of the Queen's Guard, like the Scottish Dragoons and, like Royal Marines. Sister Candace, yes, Brother DL, would you please play that clip again? All right. No problem.
Yeah, let that shit burn. Let it burn into these people, man. Let them see what their hero thinks about people in the military, young men and women.
No problem. And here we go.
I'm joining the Marines in the USA. What do you think? I think you're a fool. You're a fool. You're going to go die for what? Biden? I'm trying to protect American freedom. Yeah, you're going to protect the freedom of those people in Nebraska by going over to Yemen and bombing some 13-year-old farmers. Great job. Stupid. You ain't protecting nothing but profits for companies that don't care about you, that will force you to take injections, which you don't even want. You're a fool to defend any of these globalist systems. You should only protect yourself and your boys. You should be in the war room. That's what you should be doing. Fighting for the war room. At least you get rich. I fought for myself, became a world champion, got some money. Why are you going to fight for America? You're not going to get any money. Get your leg blown off. Walk around one leg, Mr. Limpy. Saying, well, at least I served my country and I'm proud. And you're Mr. Limpy, G. For what? For Biden? He doesn't care about you. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Limpathon. Limp your ass out of my chat. Next.
So, and just that right there, you know what I mean? We talk about, for who? Biden. Biden has nothing to do with it. Biden didn't serve. Biden has nothing to do with it. When you join the United States military, you swear an oath, right? And it's about the Constitution. It's not about America. It's not about the leaderships in America, right? It's to uphold the Constitution. You know what I mean? Against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Yeah, I hear that. A lot of people, a lot of Americans, they forget about that domestic part. And if I'd have been in command on January 6th, they would have got a healthy dose of what it means to defend the Constitution against domestic fuckface people. I'd have lit their asses up. Just one thing Everybody got their lines, bro. Everybody got their lines. I can't. And Jswans will tell you, I was sitting there. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing. And here's the thing. I'm on this platform all the time. On this platform, we talk about this sort of stuff all the time. Yeah, I rock with the red pill world. I rock with the manosphere. Yes. Right. I have my own version of what's going on. Right? The manosphere is fluid the way I see it. There's different ways to go about it. You know what I mean? So, but y'all hear me talking about this stuff all the time. You know, on Downrange Podcast, you hear me talking about people like Trump. What's my problem with Trump? He's a draft dodger. He's a draft dodger who turned around and started talking shit about warriors, American warriors, heroes, like John McCain. Fuck that. You don't get to do that. I don't respect that. I can't rock with that. You know what I mean? So there's Andrew Tate. Y'all have heard me on this platform. Y'all know. I rock with that guy. Like, yeah, Andrew Tate. Yup. Met him. Yup. Good guy. We had a good encounter. All that. I don't agree with everything the man says, but I'll go through his stuff like, yeah, I agree with that. I see what he said here and there. That. Jswan sent me this. Nothing. It's not. What am I going to say? What can I say? Right? You see what's hanging behind me? I'm 100%, boy, I bleed that shit. What am I going to say? You feel me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Nothing you can't say, man. And nothing you can't say. Like I said, I mean, it's. Nah, I can't. I'm trying to find some way to get this man a pass, and I can't. Like I told you, man, like I can't have a drink. We talked about that, you know what I mean? Like if I saw a dude, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be the crazy guy to run up and just punch somebody in the face. Nah, bro. Because, I mean, that requires too much of my energy. Walk away, man. Like no respect for that, none. And
I got no respect for that. Go ahead.
Here's the thing I really have a problem with. So, you know, I hear people like this dude and other cats and that manosphere crap, right? Talking about, you know, protect your home and be strong and all this other, defend your family, all this other shit. All right. Well, I don't see that dude defending shit. Okay, yeah, he left England as a kid. He left America as a kid and went to England. All right, cool. All right. I didn't see that motherfucker in Afghanistan. You know what I mean? And now he lives in Romania, right? Right next to the Ukraine over there. I don't see that motherfucker picking up weapons defending his homeland.
All right, bro. So, and I don't want to cut you off real quick.
But he talking shit. You know what I mean? He talking shit. You know what I mean, about all these people in the military, but at least they standing for something. That motherfucker ain't standing for shit. You know what I mean? Yeah,
read the bottom of the screen. That's why I was trying to jump in. We got one of your, but what about Hunter Biden type motherfuckers up in here, right?
School McCain, motherfucker. Look, you may not agree. I may not agree with everything John McCain has done and said in his entire life, but the motherfucker put his life in his hands and went and fought for his country. And when he had an opportunity to leave, this motherfucker was both shoulders dislocated, a hip dislocated, both legs broken, his spine broken, both arms broken. All right. Severe nerve damage to the face. That motherfucker had an opportunity to go home. His dad
no, you're skipping a very important part. He had an opportunity to walk away from the notorious Hanoi Hilton. He was a prisoner of war. He was getting it for real, bro. We talking about stuff that you can't imagine, my friend, whoever you are. Yeah. Mad4 Songs 01.
Yeah.
You know, and he had an opportunity to leave and he didn't.
He stayed. All right. He stayed. Okay. And there you go.
So, bro, like, I mean, I don't, and I got, I mean, you know, this Mad4 Songs 01. What branch did you serve, bro? Because I'm seeing you talking right now. What branch did you serve?
Trump respects the military with the exception of the likes of John McCain. No, he doesn't, because he called motherfuckers in the military losers.
All of them.
Right? He called them motherfuckers losers. And then any general that doesn't respect him, doesn't do what he says, he calls an idiot. All right. And then he says that he knows more than these generals, which is completely untrue.
Right. Like I said. By the way, Muhammad Ali also dodged a draft.
Muhammad Ali took his ass to jail.
Yes.
You're right. That motherfucker, he did go, but he took his ass to jail.
Trump wasn't in there. You know what I mean? What was his name? Cheney wasn't in there in jail with him. Clinton wasn't in there with jail with him. Like, I ain't got respect for none of them.
Now, I'll tell you, Muhammad Ali was on some bullshit. You know what I mean? Because He didn't have to go fight. He wasn't going to go.
Oh, wait. I'm in the Army Reserves. Get the fuck out of here, you you fucking leg. Army Reserves, man. I had a harder time in the Boy Scouts, bro. Army Reserves.
You fucking
You're
Trump.
Weekend warrior talking this shit. What's the last time you been to the field, bro?
Let me deal with this chump. All right. First of all, you're right. He was captured. You should probably do that boys and girls music shit, but fuck it. He was captured. You're right. But you clown, you fucking idiot. Pick up a book and read a book, okay? That motherfucker's dad was an admiral. The Viet Cong, North Vietnamese were willing to send him home because his dad was an admiral. He chose to stay. You fucking clown. You fucking pogue. You bitch ass motherfucker. You know, drop the link and tell him to come up on the screen.
All right, here we go. Here we go. This is for the reserve motherfucker only. Why don't you come up in here, bro?
And bring your
yeah, this is for the reserve motherfucker only. I'm about to drop the link for him only. If you're not this fucking reservist who's out here, and I also want to know your MOS, by the way.
Fucking dick catcher. That's probably his MOS. Yo, what's up, Mandrell? What's going on, brother?
Mandrell, have you seen the video? Did I send you the video?
You sent me the video and I watched it.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts, man, on Tate, man? And we're just getting started. Like I said, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all. Like I'm a fan of Andrew Tate, but I wanted to read Miss Globe Girl's comment. You know what I mean? And here it is right here. Sounds on brand to me. He did the same thing towards women. If it's okay for women, then why is the military different? His brand is arrogant, disrespect. He is keeping the same energy. I got it. You know what I mean?
Hey, hold on.
Facts.
Let me get that first. So y'all jump in. I don't think it's okay for women either, but that's hey, I'm not in that world. So there you go. Here's my 2 cents. It's wrong for both of them. Right, well, we got a long thing of silence. What's going on?
Well, my thing with it was this. He was right. But at the same time, who the fuck's going to defend the country that gives you the opportunity to go on have your kickboxing career and have your money and spend it the way you want and freedom of speech and all this stuff? Who's going to defend that? America's the top dog on the planet. Everybody wants to be on top. Everybody does, right? But no one stops and thinks before you get to the top that once you're on top, everybody's gunning for you. And I do mean everybody. You're gonna need to defend your position. Somebody has to do that, Andrew Tate. Somebody has to. Now, if you take the philosophy that the angle that the perspective that he was going for, the context that he was using, I understand it. I'll say that. I can't say that he was right. He's right for him, if that's what he feels about it. I understand what he's saying. Won't you die for Biden? No, you're not dying for Biden. It has nothing to do with Biden. You get deployed and you fight in combat. It ain't for the president. Were you over there? You'll say it ain't even for the citizens of the United States. It ain't for it. Not even for people here.
Yeah, it's about survival at that point.
It's about survival. And it's about, say the three of us are deployed. I look at it like this. I'm trying to make sure I get you two home alive and in one piece. Right? Yeah. And y'all doing the same for me. We're doing the same for each other. That's what it's about. We're over here. Doesn't matter why. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't thinking about, let's be real. You ain't thinking about freedom and justice and all that bullshit while you're over there. You're not.
Hell no.
You're not thinking about all that while you're over there. No. That is the furthest thing. That's not even in your mind at all.
Hey, when them zip pops come, bro, you hear all them explosions go off, bro, you ain't thinking about none of that. Or if you sitting inside the bird about to jump, when that fucking light turns green, you ain't thinking about all that shit.
You're not thinking about. Yeah, I've never seen anybody jump out of a plane. America. No. No.
Guthrie. That's what shit Guthrie.
Right.
Maybe some shit Guthrie would do. Maybe.
No one's ever done that. Like I said, I understand his point of view. But he's a civilian and he always has been. And from the way it looks, that point of view, because I've heard that before, and in my opinion, it's a very selfish perspective to have. It's extremely selfish and it's dismissive. That's why it's so offensive. So you're just missing the fact that people have gone over there, and the fact you need a military to defend America's position at the top.
And
you
not
need
just America.
one. Like you need one. Yeah, like we don't have a choice in that one, DL.
Yeah, even in the UK.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's the same
exactly.
shit. Same shit.
You think people ain't come? You think America's just the only target? No. The United Kingdom of Great Britain, that's also a target. You know what I'm saying?
They're coming for everybody, man. So
heavy
what?
Weighs the crown and all that. Like I say, he was right when it comes to that perspective. The idea of a civilian. You know, people who just don't. Oh, you don't need to go to the military and fight wars and all that stuff. If my kid wants to join the military, I'm not stopping him or her. That's what they want to do. You go right ahead, and I'm going to support you. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, on this platform, Jswans said it. Here's the dude right here. Here's the dude sitting next to me that you sing about when you're in the fucking army. And this is for Mad4 Song 01. I'm gonna take it easy on you right now because I see what you said. I'm gonna highlight these what you had to say here.
What did he say?
I'm gonna highlight it in a second. He's I just want to give you a heads up, bro. Ain't nothing but hooing this up on this platform, bro. It's a bunch of high-speed motherfuckers up here, and you're a reservist, so you already know how we feel about you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. But shut the fuck up. Now, having said that, you are welcome on this platform, bro. You're welcome on this platform, bro. I hope you come back. Having said that, but the Trump shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm looking at Brother Tate. Y'all know how. I ain't gonna lie to you. It pains me to say it because it's like I made a bad judgment call. But I'm not going to run from it, and I'm not going to sit here and try to justify it. I'm going to call. What do we do over here? We call balls and strikes. I'm going to tell you how I see it. I ain't cool with that. You know what I mean? I'm looking at Tate and I'm looking at Trump in the same vein right now.
Yeah, because Trump, I don't like draft dodgers. That's my thing. Like that was for me. That was a strike I held against even Clinton.
And Obama didn't. But even Clinton, Obama didn't draft.
He didn't dodge the draft. But Clinton did. Now Clinton, I like Clinton as president for so many different reasons. Listen, Slick Willie, man, y'all listen, y'all. I know there's some Clinton haters out there. Y'all get off Slick Willie nuts, okay? I know if you're female, you can't because he's irresistible. But ask Monica Lewinsky. But listen. He actually did do a lot for the country's economy. He balanced the budget. When he left office, we had a surplus of money. So he did his job as president. Something no other president has done. Now, granted, it was an expensive price too. Us, black people. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
But let's stay on mission.
Black people. I know. Okay, I know. But we have to play ball until we can get inside and make changes, because that's the only way to make changes is from the inside. If we're not interested in doing that, guess what we got to do? Play by the rules and shh.
Yeah,
because you just admitted that you didn't want to make change.
Yeah, but let's stay on mission, bro. Let's stay on mission. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just like Mad4 Song 01, bro. I just want to let you know. The link is there. Come up. You said you at work. You got. Matter of fact, let me just show some of these things. We'll start with these two, and then I'll read the rest. But he was like, Mad4 Songs. I'm at work right now. Okay, and then it was this one that came in. I respect the sacrifices soldiers make. I just want their efforts to matter. We all do.
Right? I'm with that. We all want our efforts to matter because it seems like they don't. And so the thing is, the things he's saying, if that was coming from a veteran or a soldier, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
because I understand,
and that's what Jswans was saying.
Yeah, I understand it, because then you have firsthand knowledge of and a reason to be bitter. I never understood why veterans are so bitter until I became a veteran. Yeah. And now I'm like, now I'm like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now I get it. It's like my uncles, all my uncles and aunts, and my dad. Now I get it. I get why y'all so bitter. Yeah, this is jacked up. And so my mom thought that, like, don't your benefits give you this? No, Mom. What about that? No, not that either. Wait a minute. They don't? no, ma'am. That's not right. I know.
And Mandrell, and look, and Mandrell and Jswans, they get the Bugatti treatment with their service. They get the top shit, and he talking about shit he ain't getting. It shouldn't be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, I mean, he's right though. I mean, until you've been there and you've had to chew that dirt, man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Don't try to go in there in front like you know what's going on. And because I've said this a million times, you know, you're right. You give the military an opportunity, they're gonna chew you up. They're gonna use you, right? You give them an opportunity, they're gonna use you up. That's why I always tell these young people, you know, I get lots of people talking to me about the military. I'm like, go ahead and go. Just know that. Use the military. Don't let them use you. Use the military. Take advantage of all them opportunities. And a lot of cats don't understand that. So then they get out or they go into the reserves and they say, I heard from somebody that this is what goes on. You know, you ain't never really dealt with this. So that's, like I said, that dude's talking out the side of his neck. And,
bro. Oh, go ahead.
What did he say?
We talking about this dude here, this clown here we talking about, the reservist?
Yeah, what's his name? Is that what he saying? I read him
Go back to what he said about McCain. Put that up there.
Well, he's soft in his stance, man. I'll go back. But here's the thing, and brother, and hold on, brother, Mad4 Songs. Listen, don't run away. You know what I mean? You are welcome here. We want to hear your voice. We just want to see you. You know what I mean? Bring your reserve ass up on here. You know what I mean? We want to talk to you. Yeah, are you still in the reserves?
Yeah, all we're asking you to do is just like, okay, you said that, so explain it or defend your position if you can.
So he did say he's at work, and we understand that. We're gonna be here for a couple hours, so hopefully you can get a break or something, man. Please jump on here. It's right there on the screen, though, Mandrell. So screw McCain. He backstabbed his constituents and committed sedition, which he did not. But
okay, so my thing with here's my thing with McCain. Okay, any man who's caught in Hanoi, and there's a POW in Hanoi, right? Shot down out of a plane. He's tortured almost on a daily basis because that particular prison camp that he was in was known as one of the worst, if not the worst, in all of Vietnam. So he survives that, and then turns out his father was a somebody, and they actually negotiated his release. So what John McCain did was say, hey, what about the rest of the guys here? Oh, no, just you. So, okay, well, if you don't let the rest of them go, I ain't going. If you want to release me, release them too. And he stayed there with the rest of the captives, the American captives, until they were released or rescued. Now, listen, that is a fucking man. I don't care what you say. That man's credibility can never. I don't agree with everything he says politically. I don't agree with all his policies. Now but that's neither here nor there when it comes to that man's character. Okay, for that he'll forever have my respect.
Hey, brother Mandrell, that's exactly the same thing that we said just a few minutes ago, and
you weren't here. You said the exact same thing. And he ain't even here.
I ain't even here. Yeah, I just got here.
Brother, you went to Sears school, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I went to Sears school. That was some bullshit. And those people are our people.
Right.
Now imagine if they weren't the shit that
the Army. Here's the thing: Sears school is so fucked up in the Army that they give you time off. Everybody mandatory downtime when you take that shit. Mr. Reservist, put in a 4187 and go to Sears school, and then come talk to us, bro. Fuck it, go to airborne school.
Sears school don't take bitches.
That's right. You got to be tip of the spear. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, so you can't. But no, really. I mean, how long was he there, brother? 7 years? I think it was 7 years he spent in Hanoi Hilton. That's I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I like to think I'm one of the toughest ever made. I don't think I would have stayed behind, bro. I'd have been like, man, look, I'll send y'all some shit. I'll send a cake with a foul in it, but I'm leaving. Just keeping it 100, bro.
Here's the thing: the rest of them there, they wouldn't blame you.
No, they're telling you to go home.
Right. They was telling you to go, man, get the fuck out of here. Go.
Yeah.
Nah, I can't do it.
They telling you to go home. I'm sorry, bro. He get a pass on every goddamn thing as far as I'm concerned. And then Mad, look, Mad4 sounds real mature. Hey, you know how we gonna come at you, bro? We hardcore over here. You know what I mean? You know how we roll.
Yeah, I met McCain. I went to his office and sat down with that man. And that man to that day was suffering for that stuff. I mean, twitching and still suffering, man. Man, get the fuck out of here. I can't even that. I mean, I'm disgusted.
Lifelong injuries that he never recovered from.
And he never will.
And and unfortunately he passed away, but he was never going to recover from some of those injuries. So my thing is this: I got nothing bad to say about him.
Like I said, you may not agree with the man's policies, but you got to respect the man. All right, you got to respect the man, and that's all I got on that, man. Like I can't. And
I'll leave it with this. I think Mad4 didn't understand what he walked into, man. He walked into a buzzsaw. Here. I'll try airborne. I need some experience. This might be a young guy. Listen, if you are a young dude, listen up and listen. Pay attention to this conversation, bro. Pay attention to this conversation. Like I said, man, I'm a Tate fan. Go back and watch I can't tell you how many videos I did on Tate. I can't tell you. You know what I mean? But I'm sorry, bro. And I wrote notes. I wrote myself bullet points to make sure I don't forget certain things. When you say fly shit like this, you will gain people and you will lose people. That's just how it works. It's like Miss AKA was saying. You know what I mean? It sounds, it's par for the course. Where's her chat? Where she was saying that this sounds like his brand. This is his brand. He says this fly shit. And brother Dino, so I'm gonna get to your shit too. But Miss AKA lady, it sounds on brand to me. He did the same thing towards women. If it's okay for women, then why is the military different? His brand is arrogant disrespect. He is keeping the same energy. She's right.
I can answer that, and I can no, she's not right. The military. I
gotta agree with what I get her. I get where she's going with this.
I get where she's going with it, but the military is different. Listen, women are not putting their lives on the line for anything. Military, that's literally our job is to literally go over somewhere in some other country and die.
Close with the enemy and kill them.
Right, for you. You know what I'm saying? But she's an AKA, so she wouldn't understand things like that. Okay. But I'm sorry, Miss AKA lady. I love you, but your organization.
Oh, damn.
When I attended university, I ran into quite a few of you, and you weren't nice to me, nor anyone else.
It's because you weren't. Because you want to, who they rock with? They don't rock with the Qs, do they? The AKs rock with the alphas.
No. Yeah, they were the alphas. They were the Qs. They rock with the Qs, but his thing, they think they're better than everybody else. Because they walk around. They're the ones that walk around with their nose up in the air. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
They're too pretty and too cool for school. And so, all right, and with that, I'm fine, cool, no problem. I mean, y'all pretty. Don't get me wrong. I can't take that from you. Yeah,
you're gonna have all them sorority girls. Now you gotta
stay on mission. Stay on mission. There we go. I see it.
There's a difference between him going after women, which, I mean, I don't agree with everything he says about women. Obviously. I mean, some of it is pretty outrageous. Some of it is actually true, though. But that's what it is to chew the meat and spit the bones. Like, even with Kevin Samuels, I didn't agree with everything that Kevin Samuels said, but the vast majority of what he said, he was spot on. Bullseye. But that's, again, chewing the meat and spit the bones. I don't agree with everything. So those are the bones I spat out. I chewed the meat that was true. But, yeah, this one was probably a bridge too far. It's like, okay, like you said, he's gonna gain some and lose some. Now, who he's gaining with this one, I don't know. But
I can tell you he's gaining. He's gaining them young boys that don't have a clue about life, and they think that they can go around and repeat this stuff.
Yeah, you can't, because there's a clear difference. Only people who never experienced military life would say something like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That is it. Like, if you've been in the military, there's no way you say and we have a reason to be bitter.
Right.
The three of us, we got all the reason in the world.
all kind of aches, pains, all kind of fucking bullshit.
Right. We have all the reason in the world to talk this kind of crazy stuff, but we don't. And
tell you, what's crazy about it is that like we joke, okay, we mess with other branches of the military. We mess with people in the military all the time. We talk worse about each other than anybody else. But when it comes down to it, we standing with each other.
All day long. As Miss Globe Girl, I'm giving her shit about having her name on her butt all the fucking time. right? That's just what we do. We give each other shit. Air Force messes with Navy, messes with Army, messes with Marine Corps. But if a veteran needs something, we are there.
Unless you're the Space Force, we ain't got shit for the Space Force.
Yeah, because you're not,
bro.
Because you're not even real. And then the Coast Guard. You ever see that show on Netflix called Space Force?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Do you see how they have that meeting with the Joint Chiefs, and then like everyone's in there waiting, and then the Coast Guard comes in and they start throwing stuff at him? Get the fuck out of here! It's like that for real. We treat Coast Guard like the absolute worst. I have a cousin who served in the Coast Guard. Come to think of it, I have a family member who served in every single branch of the military.
Wow.
I have a family member one of my family members, at least one, served in every single branch. But I said, yeah. I remember the first time I asked him, I said, "You was in the military, right, Herman?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What branch?" "Coast Guard." I said, "Oh, you wasn't in no military, man." He said, "What was I in then?" I said, "You was in the Coast Guard."
Yeah, step up from Eagle Scout, bro. Like that.
Right.
It was rough.
Military, man.
Said it was rough when we had to go across Lake Tahoe. All them girls swimming on the beach.
Yeah, it must have been hardcore. You know what I mean? We got Brother Primal Studies in the house. What's good? What's good, fam? You know what I mean? Again, ER nurse. You know what I mean? This guy's seen some shit. Without our military, America wouldn't be the best country in the world. Anyone who thinks different can take a hike. Absolutely. He said take a hike because it's so nice. Anyone else could go fuck themselves. That's how I would put it.
That's what he meant. That's what Primal said.
That's what he mean, just too nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sister Candace, LOL, you almost never hear about the Coast Guard. Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing: they do get shot at sometimes.
They do, by the drug
cartel and shit like that.
And stuff. Yeah, they do run from time to time. They run into cartels, but so what? So does the border. So does the border patrol.
Hey, so do the dudes in the street. Hey, so do the dudes in the street. We got to deal with the cartels.
Damn, brother.
Patrol, so it's like,
brother, how you give them respect and take it away in the same sentence?
Same fucking sentence. Damn, they're the same syllable.
It's the Coast Guard.
Hey, look, Miss AKA lady, Miss AKA lady. You see that when the aliens come to Earth, the Space Force is ghosting y'all. I'm gonna put some respect on their name. I need a spot in that spaceship.
The first thing the Space Force gonna do is call somebody else. Hey, they coming.
Right.
Exactly. That's the first
Miss AKA lady, who is guarding those spaceships? It's the rest of the branches. You know what I mean? So trust me. You stay cool with me, baby. We'll get you on board. Don't you worry about it. And look, Miss Globe Girl, Coast Guard is Homeland Security, not the military, but they do get attached to military missions during wartime.
They are military.
Yeah,
they are military.
No, they get tasked out by Homeland Security. It's the other way around. They are actually a branch of the U.S. military. The Coast Guard is, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be able to be eligible for VA benefits, which they are. Again, my cousin, I can call him up right now.
Now, granted,
what's your percentage of the VA? Now, what branch are you in? Coast Guard. Boom. Homeland Security doesn't get VA benefits.
Coast Guards go in there with Navy shirts on, though. They don't go in there with the Coast Guard shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
So Dino Dinosaur. This is one of the chats I wanted to highlight. President Donald Trump openly questioned the point of young Marines sacrifice during a Memorial Day visit to Arlington National Cemetery with his father, retired Marine Corps General John Kelly. I don't know anything about that. You know what I mean? And I don't know where you're going with that.
I heard about that. It was a situation. I can't remember exactly what was said, but I think John Kelly walked away. Just walked away from him.
And that makes sense. Like, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, it's like, man, I don't know about that. Miss Globe Girl, he has no respect for or honor for anyone. He has no respect or honor for anyone. That's reference to Andrew Tate. And I ain't gonna lie to you, with statements like that, I would have to agree with you, love. You just cutting them off. You know what I mean? And then Miss here we go with ignorance and deflecting. I'm not sure, that was early on in our conversation. And then this is one from Brother Grios. He wants to know, a random idea that came to my mind is, what if sometime in the near future, if it's possible to have Andrew Tate have a debate with y'all? I mean, I would absolutely talk to Andrew Tate. You know what I mean? I would have him here.
What is it to debate about, though? I mean, debate about what? Now, because like I said, to him, what he's saying makes perfect sense to him. And like I said, in context, if you're a civilian, you've never been in the military, and you've never really thought about it, like how important the military is, then it makes sense. Because even if you sit down and think about it for 2 minutes, you think, why do we need it? Oh, that's why we're on top. That's why we need a powerful military, because
to stay on top.
Exactly. Like if you sit there and think about it for 2 minutes, yeah, but why would you choose to do that? Why not? I mean, let's face it. You're a kid, you grew up poor, you got nothing. You got no money for college, you got no job prospects, you got no hope for anything. Military is offering you the GI Bill, which is money for college. They're offering you tuition assistance while you're in the military. You know what I'm saying?
You choose the right.
They got
job.
me. How they got me is when I walked in there. The recruiter asked me, "You got student loans?" I said, "Yeah, we'll pay them off for you." I said, "Oh, where do I sign, Sergeant?"
Hey.
Right.
Well, what is that? Bring out the contract. Wait. What we waiting on? Bring out let's start the paperwork. You gonna pay my student loans off? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they got me. And Uncle Sam held his word.
I was gonna say, hey, if you choose the military and you do like I keep telling people, use them instead of them using you.
Yeah.
I became an air traffic controller and retired before the age of 50.
Yeah, same here. So I mean, it can't work for you. But Sister Candace, to that point with the debate, Sister Candace said this: Tate is able to use his platform to say what he likes. I would be interested to see if he would be willing to defend his views to those who have served honorably. He probably would, because it would be a highly viewed talk.
Hey, I was gonna say,
and he's gonna have people that agree with him too.
Yeah.
Well, Tate. Here's the thing about Andrew Tate: he won't run from it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those things. This is going to be going on. Military guys around the world are going to be talking about this. He's going to land on somebody's platform. I'll guarantee you that. He's going to land on someone's platform, and he's going to defend his point. You know what I mean? Now, will he use the same rhetoric? No, he won't. He's sharp enough to modify his message, unlike some politicians, like people like Trump, or those people who want that hardcore style of campaign rhetoric. 10 toes down. A lot of guys in the manosphere, red pill world, they do that shit. 10 toes down shit. He'll do 10 toes down, but he won't come off as harsh. I guarantee you.
Excuse me. I don't have to tone anything down. My followers love me. They believe in me. I don't have to turn anything down. They love the way I talk. There's nothing wrong with the way I talk. No one's ever talked better than me. Talking is only as great as it is because of me.
Sad. None of you talked until I talked.
I'm
trying to read.
So Mad4 is saying, I don't appreciate what Andrew said, but I don't quite see. I think he meant to type him. I don't quite see him and Trump as the same. Just because I'm not high speed doesn't mean my observation any less. I think he wanted to say valid or void. So I think he wanted to say any less valid.
No one says that your point of view is not valid. I don't think anyone has. I ain't been here.
We just
but you just say he's a bitch.
Yeah, he's just a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. You might be a bitch though. I mean, your points are valid, but you might be a bit of a bitch.
So and I would offer this to you, bro. Like, you sound like a young man. I think I'm guaranteeing you younger than I am. I'm 52 this month. You know what I mean? I'm the old dude over here in the red pill space, one of the old heads. Here's the thing, bro. Being red pill and holding your frame does not mean you don't say when you are wrong. It does not mean you don't change course when it's warranted. It does not mean you don't take wise advice when it's presented to you. That's not what that shit means, bro. You know what I mean? I am my own man. Yo, I got to tell you straight up right now, Andrew Tate lost points with me, bro. Does that mean anything to anybody in the world? No, it doesn't. Does it mean anything to Andrew Tate? He doesn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He sat around and talked to me for 15 minutes. He don't give a fuck.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
How does he not care? In that video where he talked about how shitty, you know what I mean, it is to be in the military, he was trying to sell you, go to my war room, join the war room, and trying to make money off your bitch asses.
Okay, that's what it was. I'm like, it went right into making money, which I ain't mad at him. He's getting the bread. You know what I mean? Like, again, Trump's an opportunist. So is Andrew Tate. I'm an opportunist. Everyone should be an opportunist to an extent, but it depends on what you're willing to sell you know what I mean? What you willing to take, all money ain't good money. We've talked about this on this platform. All money ain't good money. You know what I mean? But that's the individual choice. Now, what this shit he said, I can't rock with. You know what I mean? Now, Jswans asked me, yo, bro, You know, I mean, would you sit down and have a drink with the motherfucker? Like, yeah, I have a drink with him. But this would be the first thing I bring up. The very first thing. Hey, man, that shit you said. I probably wouldn't even say that shit you said. Like, hey, man, those comments you made about the military. And then I would sit back and wait to listen, hear what he have to say. I wouldn't even add that. I would sit back and see what he says. You know what I mean? I'm going to listen to what he say. You know what I mean? I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out. Because I already know how you feel, bro. You already said how you feel. It is what it is. There's no walking this back. You know what I mean? There's no spinning this shit.
Yeah. That's. I agree, DL. There is. You can't walk this back now. My thing is this: I'll rock with people, but you get these politicians, especially. But you start fucking with veterans. I don't care how good of a candidate you are. I'm out. Service members and veterans, you fuck with that, I'm out. Yeah. Can't do it. I don't care how great of a candidate you may be. No. You're anti-veteran. You're against veterans and service members. Oh, service members shouldn't be paid so much. You get paid peanuts. What are you talking about?
I don't get paid shit. I got paid less than shit. Me and Jswan, you know how much I do? I don't know how much you made, Jswans, when you got out, but I was making $1,041 a month. That included jump pay.
As a four?
Yeah, E4P.
I don't even remember, man.
E4 promotable, 1,040. You were making $1,041 a month when I left you in Korea. I don't know what you was making when you got back to the world.
Yeah, I got out as a 5, so I don't remember. But
I got out as a 6, and I was getting paid $1,100. I was getting paid $2,100 a month.
Man, fuck Mandrell, man. He always come around this motherfucker bragging, man. Fuck Mandrell. Always this motherfucker.
Well, you know, I got paid.
I got out as a 6.
Unlike you, brokies.
With your broke ass.
With your broke ass.
But the thing is, look at what I had to do for that money.
I was getting ready to say, you getting paid. It's like, okay, jump pay. Jump pay is blood money, bro.
That's all it is, bro.
Jump out of planes just in case you die. You know, that's just blood
money. It was $110 a month when we got out. I don't know what it was for Mandrell.
It was still $110 when I was here. When I got out, yeah, it was just $110. Jump
$55 every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Hey, you look forward to that jump pay too.
I look forward to the jumps.
We get that jump pay. What?
Yeah. Oh, don't get into pay her status when you because you had to jump. Basically, you had to jump twice a year to earn that money. And if you didn't, it was every 3 months. But if you went into pay her, remember, if you worked it out, it basically boiled down to you could get away with 2 jumps a year and still keep your status. Because you would be like pay her, you know what I mean, or whatever, and then you had like another couple weeks, and you had, you know, if you didn't jump, then you would be pay loss status. So I did it. I did it. I did it. My last year, I did 2 jumps, and I was able to keep my jump status for the year.
Oh yeah, over in Korea, we didn't do
nothing. Not us, brother. No.
I jumped on a regular basis, except in Korea, which you know.
Exactly.
You know, we couldn't jump that as much as you, but we had halo jumps, so I mean that counted too.
Yeah, different. There you go again. Yeah, get rid of this motherfucker. There you go again, man. On that bullshit. Oh, we was haloing. We had oxygen, and we was haloing, and we had steak on board the aircraft and all the it wasn't MRE steak neither. We had real filet mignon.
Don't hate.
Fuck that. I'm hating.
Fuck that. We hate.
You know what got me though? Like we was in the Middle East, right? We go to these Air Force bases, right? You know, because every base is a Camp Liberty, Camp Victory, you know what I'm saying, Camp whatever. You know, so every base is something to that effect. Then they they switch names and shit. So it's like, okay, no wonder everybody's confused. But anyway, you go to ones that ran by the Air Force, and they get the local nationals to come in there and cook the dinner. I'm like, you do know that all they need is a bottle of poison, and everyone's dead. Everybody. Like, why would you do this? But here's the thing: every Friday,
coming on this platform giving ideas, you're gonna get me locked up in Guantanamo. But coming on here giving ideas.
I brought that up to say this: every Friday, there was one place. Their chow hall every Friday. This jokers got steak and lobster tails at an Air. It was at an Air Force joint. Ran by the Air Force. I'm like, wait, see, Air Force, man, and they only did like 3-month rotations. They be there for 3 months and they're out and they're complaining, and they're in trailers with air conditioning.
Hey, brother, I know you saw this. I know the Air Force guys. There were some PJs with us, going through the training at the regiment, and they were getting substandard housing allowance.
Yeah, they do that. Yeah, if you're doing time at an Army base, the Air Force will get substandard housing allowance. It basically it's a bonus because you live in a substandard quarters, and we looking at it like, what's so substandard?
For real,
the hell?
Y'all living with us exactly. Like y'all living with us exactly. We gotta get paid more to live like y'all.
They gotta make it up to us. That's what it is with the Air Force. They have to make it up to us. This is not on par. This is not. No.
Yo, man, you got to do the chat thing. What are you doing, man? You got to catch up.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up. Some really good stuff in the chat. You know what I mean? Mad4, welcome to the platform, bro. I know you came in hard. We had to beat you up a little bit, but welcome to the platform. Yeah, I ain't tripping like because him and Miss AKA, Miss Globe Girl, Miss Globe, still respect them. Talking about the Coast Guard for all they do. Nonetheless, yes, those are my brothers and sisters.
Yes, you have to respect them.
Yeah,
we can talk about them how we want to talk about them. Those are our little brothers. Okay, we can talk shit about them.
Yeah,
you can't. You know, it's like the Coast Guard relationship is like that. Like, yeah, we'll talk all the shit about them all the live long day, but goddamn, we ain't gonna let you do it.
But look here, Miss Globe Girl was Navy, bro. You would think she would talk the most shit because the Coast Guard got the little bitty.
Oh my god, yeah. She was Navy, Miss Globe Girl.
Bro,
yeah, she was Navy.
Yo, he got his head down. He be doing something like this, and he pop up and be like, "Yeah, they bitches," and then go right back down. Mad4, forgot to get my MOS 94 Echo. Guess what it is? You brothers know what 94 Echo is?
No.
Something about sitting. Look, he ain't doing no field work.
Miss Globe Girl guessed. If y'all was watching the chat go by, yeah, it's comms. He's like comms. Probably like we would have rat riggers. He's probably like close to whatever they're doing now. Like, and again, I ain't mad at you.
Is he RTO or is he like radio repair?
Mad4, if you're still with us, man, are you radio repair or are you actually the operator? And if you are the operator, put in a 4187 to any line unit, bro.
Hey, the
infantry.
People, go ahead. Go to the regiment.
Yeah, Rangers love motherfuckers who know radio shit, bro.
What is it's not RIP anymore. What's it called now?
You said
it was RIP when I was in.
It was a RIP, yeah.
When I was in, it was RIP, but they did
RAS.
change it.
It's RAS.
Yeah. Now, what was his MOS again?
94 Echo. 94 Echo. And Miss Globe Girl, let's see.
I'm looking up. I got it.
Well, he said it's something in comms. He put it in the chat, and that's not the only reason why young people join.
Radio operator repair.
Really?
You gotta know how to use
it. It says Army ComSec repair. Yeah.
If you know how to repair it, that means you know how to use it. They got a slot for you in the regiment, bro. They got a slot for you at Bragg, man. Just go to Airborne, man. They just pick one of those units, bro. They got it's a communications brigade down there. They look like they got like a cat with with rockets coming out the side of his face on their pack.
Yeah, the unit. Yeah. Go to Bragg and do radio repair, so you can go out there and cut grass and pick up trash in the yard all day. You're not gonna be doing anything, man. You're not gonna be working over it. Like you got some air traffic controllers, right? Bullshit. Yep. Y'all's out there doing police call, cutting grass, all kind of everything else.
Bro, they was like
air traffic control.
These rucks want to go to the field and play infantry.
Play infantry,
right?
They need an Op 4. They need a fucking Op 4. And Mandrell, you know what ATC stands for, don't you?
Mm.
Army Trucking Company. All our shit was mounted on big ass trucks. We had to drive and drive and drive. If I wasn't in the field, I was driving a Deuce and a Half or a Humvee.
I tell you, you know what killed the MOS. The tag team thing is they were trying to. Basically, they were trying to integrate us with the Air Force CCT, and the Air Force CCT was like, "Oh hell no!
No, hell no!
You won't be doing that shit."
Ghetto ass motherfuckers,
LZs and all that other bullshit. So that's what got it all messed. That's why we ended up going to Pathfinder school, and everybody was getting the Ranger options and all this other stuff because they were like, "We ain't got nothing for y'all."
No, you went to you went to Pathfinder school, you bastard. You didn't even let me stay in. He had to go all the way to Pathfinder school, air assault, all that good shit. Didn't even tell me.
Did this dude just drop me down?
Hey man, you should have went to Pathfinder.
Over there bragging about that Pathfinder. You know how bad I wanted. You know how bad I wanted Pathfinder.
He dropped Mandrell again. Hold on.
Yeah. No. See, what happened is you should have gone to Halo school instead.
I tried. The motherfuckers were like, no.
Yeah, you should go to Halo instead.
I was trying. They were like, no.
I couldn't even get air assault. Like y'all wouldn't even send me to air assault school.
Bro, I went to the first sergeant and said, hey, you think I can get Halo? He looked at me and he did just like this. No. So okay. But I said, I'm gonna put 4187 in. He said no. And that
Why not?
He literally said no.
No. Like go sitting there like you talked to Kylo. No, Kylo.
Exactly.
Like, no Swans.
Why?
No.
Why wouldn't you let you go to Halo?
They said them slots are hard to get and they're reserved for all the SF guys. That's what they were
All
telling
of them.
us. And then I guess the Ranger Recon guys or whatever. They said it's almost
parachute riggers get it.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't even rigger. You know what I mean? So they were like, nah. There was a lot like SEER school. I fell into SEER school. Basically, our commander knew some SF guys, and they popped out of the course, and he was like, "Hey, we sending these 3 guys over there." So that kind of thing. That's how we got SEER school, because even that school was kind of reserved. It's hard.
Yeah, everyone in unit. If you were on the teams, you got SEER school. Even if you I went to that modified one when they just had us how to kill small animals, mammals, and shit like that. I went to that part. You actually went in. I didn't. I was on the list, but they got sent to Korea. I
was in there. I got beat the fuck up, man. I ain't gonna lie. And when I say audience, when I say beat the fuck up, I really mean I got an ass whooping. Like
slap the shit out of you there.
And that punches, slaps, kicks. Yes, they beat the fuck out of you. They beat you the fuck up, and they torture you. Whoever said that waterboarding wasn't torture, they should be skinned alive. That waterboarding sucks.
Yeah, bro. And here's the thing: like when we went through, there was a guy who was legendary. They called him the bearded one. That guy fucked up so many people. You know what I mean? Just their mind. And here's the thing: people are like, well, you're gonna get fed. They take all your food for the day, your 3 MREs or whatever, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They put it in a bucket, all of it. The milk, the chocolate milk, the soda, everything. They just open up everything, put it in the bucket, and they kick it at you. There you go. You're getting your fucking 3 meals. Right? You know so can you imagine doing that?
You know what they did to us? They did to me. They set me down and gave me a bunch of vitamins and water.
Damn.
Shit. Bro, I just know
vitamins and water. That was it.
I remember when Engel came back, man. And they put him on that profile.
Yeah, Engel was never right. He was never the same after that, bro.
Yeah, because we got back. It was like, I mean, it was fucked up, but I mean, we was like, let's get some Burger King. Yeah. And,
hey, Mandrell, Miss Globe Girl told you to shut up. Shut up, Mandrell.
Listen, Miss Globe Girl, it ain't my fault. You joined the Navy. You should have joined the Air Force. But the Navy, for females, you really want to be in a pressurized building underwater with all of that weight on top of it with a bunch of horny ass dudes. Well, no, I'm sorry. You had nothing to worry about. You're a female. You had nothing to worry about. Yeah, you were not being touched at all. You're a female in the submarine. You weren't getting touched at all.
Safest place on the planet.
Safest place on the planet for you. In a submarine with a bunch of Navy men.
Hey.
And a submarine with a bunch of seamen.
Yo, I did hear that in the Navy. What is it? If you cross the equator, they put the dudes in dresses.
That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, that's a tradition that's been gone back to like the 1800s and stuff like that. That's a different thing. But here's the thing, fellas. We have met. It's a thing going across the equator. They dress up like Neptunes or something. You can find it online. Here's the thing: we are way off mission. Can we get back to mission? Let's get back to beating up on. But here's the thing, though. But this is what we're talking about. Do you see how Andrew Tate's words are going to galvanize military guys, especially those men and women who've been down there, like been down range, doing what it needs to be done? It's going to galvanize those people. You're going to lose some really good folks. So like, and here's he's gonna lose some good folks, bro. Like he's gonna gain some folks, he's gonna lose some folks. Like I said, the second bullet point. And you know what? So we can get back on mission. Let me show the video again because we got a lot of people in here who weren't here earlier. Let me show this video again, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie. Every time I see it, every time I watch this video, I ain't gonna lie. I get pissed. So let's check this out. Oops.
I'm joining the Marines in USA. What do you think? I think you're a fool. You're a fool. You're going to go die for what? Biden? I'm trying to protect America. American freedom. The freedom of those people in Nebraska by going over to Yemen and bombing some 13-year-old farmers. Great job. Stupid. You ain't protecting nothing but profits for companies that care about you. That'll force you to take injections, which you don't even want. You're a fool to defend any of these globalist systems. You should only protect yourself and your boys. War room. That's what you should be doing. Fighting for the war room. At least you get rich. I fought for myself, became a world champion, got some money. Why are you going to fight for America? You're not going to get any money. Get your leg blown off. Walk around with one leg, Mr. Limpy. Saying, well, at least I served my country and I'm proud. And you're Mr. Limpy, G. For what? For Biden? He doesn't care about you. Don't be stupid. Don't be dumb. Limpathon. Limp your ass out of my chat. Next.
Like I said, man, every time I watch it, I get pissed off, bro.
I get it, but the thing is, he's not, again, DL, he's not wrong, because veterans do not get what we should. We're not properly compensated. We go through hula hoops and all kind of bullshit. And it's the government's fault because they do this stuff to us. And then the public gets wind of it. And now they have an opinion about it too. Yeah. You know, and that's what I think that's where Andrew's perspective comes from. You're not getting anything. His perspective probably is, okay, why would you do that? You're not getting anything out of it. That doesn't help you in life. You know what I mean? That's probably what it is. I'm not making excuses for him. But if that's his perspective, again, I disagree.
It's his right.
But I understand where he's coming from. That's all I'm looking for, understanding. I vehemently disagree with it. I think he wholeheartedly think he should have kept that to himself.
You know what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying? Because it does. It makes my blood boil too. Yeah. DL, you know what I'm saying? It does. When I heard it the first time, I watched it. I was like, I turned my phone off and I just set it down, and I didn't touch it since. My girl called me. That's the next time I touched the phone.
Hey, you saw the text.
You pick the phone after that.
You weren't on for the text I said to DL. I was like, you still rocking with this bitch? I mean,
hey, listen. And even with the text, but listen, if me and Jswans were standing in the same room, we probably would have had to go to opposite corners, because I think, dude, Jay was hot. I was mad, but I wasn't at Jswans' level of mad. If he was standing next to me, I think he might have hit me. I ain't gonna lie. He wouldn't hit me as hard as he could, y'all. It was
part of it is I know cats that are fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and so do I.
And that's part of it right there. You know what I mean? That's why I'm so angry about it. You know what I mean? I know cats that actually sacrificed. And that motherfucker sitting there with his robe on or whatever he got in a cigar talking shit. I'm like, man, fuck you. And but you know what's funny to me about this whole thing is I had to listen to it again now. So now I'm actually listening. And he's talking about getting shots that you don't want. And I'm assuming that he's alluding to that COVID shit, right? Which is probably one of the lighter shots that they give you in the military. I mean, y'all do know that they just stick you with a bunch of shit. You don't know what you're getting.
No fucking idea.
They could be injecting you with Ebola. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have a clue. You know, and they just say, line up, get you some shots. That's basic training. And then before you deploy, we're giving you some more shots. You know what I mean? What are you giving me? They rattle stuff off like this, and this. And then you're like, okay, whatever, just give it to me so I can be done with it. Like
I'll tell you what they're not giving you. They're not giving you written proof that they stuck you whatever they stuck you with. That's what they're not giving you. They'll tell you anything. But when you go back and we ask about this anthrax shit and the atropine and all the other shit, they're like, what are you talking about?
Bro, I remember that I had to take some soldiers over. I had to march some soldiers over to get the anthrax shot, right?
That's
I
right.
had avoided that shit the whole time. You know what I mean? I was doing, flirt with the nurse, kind of get out the back door the whole time. And they sent me over there to take these soldiers over there. So, I'm checking them in like, hey, y'all, get y'all shots. I'll be over here when y'all finish up. They came over like, Sergeant Swanson, we see here that you haven't had your anthrax shot. I started, I got this going on. I'm getting ready to get out. They were like, nah, come here. And I'm making up excuses, and I got the so you disobeying a direct order? Oh.
Guess I'll sit down.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get this knocked out. So, I mean, but I think people fail to understand that. You're right. Okay, as far as Andrew Tate was saying, the military, they own you. They own you. They own every part of you. I mean, you are a piece of equipment. Is it what is it? They say if you get a tattoo that they don't like, they can give you an Article 15 for that. Is that true? I mean, I don't remember now. But
yeah, they can kick you out for that too.
See, I know we had a guy that broke his leg on a skateboard, and he got Article 15 for it because it was right before deployment. And they told him,
now he's non-deployable. Yep, they can do that to you.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's the part that people fail to understand. But I mean, you can have your opinion on the military. You know, it's your right to have your opinion, but you got to control it. I mean, you got to really think about what you're saying, because if you haven't experienced it, I mean, me personally, your opinion don't mean shit. You got a right to it, but your opinion don't mean shit to me.
Okay? The Army will give you your fucking opinion.
Yeah, that's true. What is it? If the Army wants you to have a family, they gave you one. They
issued you one.
Look, my dad knew a guy who believed in that shit wholeheartedly. If the Army want me to have a wife, they'd issue me one.
Yeah.
What?
Bruh.
And yeah, wholeheartedly. So Miss AKA lady wants to know, as intelligent as y'all promote him to be, then why wasn't he able to, I guess, to understand the overall benefit of the military? Arrogance will have you talking out the side of your neck.
Miss AKA lady, I, madam, have never taught him to be an intelligent man. I don't watch Andrew. I don't watch Andrew Tate.
There's two.
It's not that I have anything against him. It's just I haven't made an effort to go watch his content. I deal like that. Like deal. I have nothing against Buddy. Well, until now, but before now, I just never made an effort to go watch his content. Nothing again, deal. Like I said, nothing against him. I don't know him, but I don't know him. Like with Fresh and Fit, I make an effort to go watch that content sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm familiar with their content though. You know what I'm saying? So every now and then I go and watch their stuff. You know, but Andrew Tate, I don't know anything about him. I know he went on that show at Cheyenne once over there in the UK, and I think he blew up with that. And then he said some women deserve to be great.
No, he didn't say that. But it was talk about that. He didn't say that, but it was
okay.
Talk about that.
Yeah. I never. I was about to say, but I never saw that. But people keep saying it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't see. I can't find the tape of him doing that. But
it doesn't exist. They said he did it, but he never said that. But again, I'm the one that I was like, yo, I'll rock with Tate. You know what I mean? And people want to know this. You know what I mean? They're like, you know, because I agree with Tate. You know what I mean? On some other things. That means I don't agree with anything he's ever going to say. Everything. Do I now throw him out with the bathwater? Do I say now, well, everything he says is bad and everything he will say is bad? No.
That's just,
you know what I mean? No. But that's how people rock, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like even with my views on Trump, people like, so Trump never did anything good. I didn't say that. I didn't say he didn't do anything good. I just said I don't rock with this dude, and this is why. You know what I mean? There was some good things. Some, you know what I mean? Same with Biden. You rock with Biden? Nah, not really. I don't have anything against him. So Biden you're saying he's all good or he's all bad? I'm not saying that. I mean, there's some couple things maybe I agree with the administration, but most of the shit I don't.
Hey, Dale, I don't think you're gonna fit in too well in this manosphere stuff, man, because you sound like you got your own opinion. You know,
better have your own opinion because I'm my own fucking man. And at the end of the day, that's it. It's you. You know what I mean? So for Brother Mad right here, he was talking about for your opinion, did you guys notice any change in the VA under Trump's term, if anything? Like, so Mad4 sounds to me like, you know, you're a Trumper. You can be a Trumper. I'm not mad at you, but be prepared to defend the good and the bad. At least know it.
I can answer this question. You know, I mean, for me, I didn't notice any change. You know, I mean, but the VA I was dealing with was one of the big hospitals. You know, so it wasn't. I didn't notice any major changes. But you know, I haven't had any major surgeries and nothing like that. So I don't know, but I haven't noticed any changes personally. I mean, Mandrell, you heard anything? You noticed anything
about what?
The way the VA is handling business since Trump took office.
Yeah.
Was it better or worse?
Far better.
It was better under Trump. There you go.
Listen, I got my 100% under Trump.
So that's why. It don't matter who the president was.
You know what? I couldn't be mad at you.
I got my 100% under Trump. So, and listen, when I found out what to do, I said, I'm gonna put this in there with the claim and send it up. Bruh, the next week, hey, we'd like to schedule you for a CMP exam. Already? Yeah. When? How's next Tuesday? Next Tuesday's fine. Okay. Now here's the bullshit. They scheduled me, it was for an eye exam, right? So plenty of eye doctors here in the city I live in, but they scheduled me for one in Dothan, Alabama, which is a 2-hour drive away.
We know what Dothan is.
Yeah. So I had to drive I had to drive all the way down to Dothan for that eye exam. And I went down there, came back 2 weeks later, I had my decision. So total time, 5 weeks from the time I submitted the claim to the time I got awarded. Boom.
You know what?
That's incredible.
I can see that because that took me, I want to say 4 months, 3 or 4 months. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, in that sense, but I like I said, I had a major hospital right by me, so
you didn't have to do that 5-hour drive.
No, I didn't. You know.
Yeah, and then Brother Matt goes on to say, not gonna lie, Andrew Tate stepped in it major. Yeah, yes, he did. Sister Candace, go ahead.
I'll say that's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying.
You know, I mean, that's all we're saying.
And he's gonna have to stand on it. There's no spinning this shit. Sister Candace, to his point, what are your thoughts about the military discharging those who refuse the vaccine? Jswans, you go first. You go first. I already know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think good, get them out, because if you're not gonna follow that order, are you gonna follow? I mean, what else don't you like?
And then with all the shit they put in our bodies before you deploy,
exactly.
Why are you saying no to this one?
If you're worried about a shot, what happens when they start shooting at you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, and this is the part I think people don't understand about the military. I mean, if you're in that, number one, if you're in that career field and your job is to close the enemy and destroy them, that shot don't mean shit to you. You want everybody you can get. Just like the whole gays in the military thing. Look, a gay dude take a bullet just as good as a straight dude can. That's how I look at it.
How do you feel about the gays and the donuts on tilt and the gays in the military? I don't care.
Can he hold his rifle?
Right. I'm like, I don't care. So what?
But like,
and then like in your personal life, you don't care about gay people. I don't care about gay people in the military nor about personal life. That's their women. Business.
I like women.
Yeah. I like women. I like women. They like men.
There you go. And that's it. But you know, I mean,
and I'm just like, what's the problem here?
Because they got their own personal. They confuse themselves. That's why, you know. But I mean, no. As far as people getting kicked out of the military, no, I'm all for it. If you can't follow that simple order, what happens when a real order comes?
I mean, you're no good to me when I tell you to breach. I tell you to breach some door, go through some window, you know what I mean, or take some position. You want to sit there and negotiate with me?
I tell you, number one in the door. You talking about? Hold on, my parents said I ain't got to be number one. I told you that story about in my son's unit, they had a guy that he actually told the command that he didn't have to take the shot because his parents told him he ain't got to take it. And I'll give his command this. Because the news media or whomever will have you believing that all these people in the military are saying they don't want to do this, they don't want to take that shot. First of all, I think it was like 50,000 over however many million people we got in the military, 1.5 million or something, 50,000 people, which ain't nothing. But this guy told his commander that his parents told him he ain't got to take the shot. The commander, no, he told his platoon sergeant. The platoon sergeant went. I said, all right, step aside. Called the first sergeant, his commander. They asked him again. He said, my parents told me I ain't got to do it. So you know what? They said, okay, well, we'll start this processing paperwork. And they started processing him for an Article 15, disobeying a direct order. Okay. And as soon as it got real, that guy was like, hey, wait, hold on. I can do this. They were like, no, you decided this. This kid went from being an E4 promotable, getting ready to be a sergeant. And because of that, they busted his butt down. I think he lost 2 ranks. So he became an E2 private. All right. Lost all this money because my parents told me I don't have to do something, which I told my son, I said, that kid shouldn't be in leadership anyway. If his argument is my parents said I ain't got to do it to the military, he shouldn't be there anyway. And his whole company was upset with him because of that. I mean, that's the level of stupidity between some of these people.
And it wasn't even his decision. His parents made that decision. He didn't make that decision. You know what I mean? So Miss AKA lady, he really talking about Andrew Tate. He really thinks that money makes a man. He leveled up. He got money. So it's like, fuck the military now. He will say something disrespectful about women and military men will forget he said this. All right. And then Miss Globe Girl responded to Miss AKA lady. This speaks volumes to me, and you're right. He will deflect, and in about a month, these military people will forget it. it sounds like they're trying to justify his statements now. You know what I mean? Again,
I hope she doesn't mean us. I ain't trying to justify it. I hope not.
Yeah, yeah, and we're way behind on the chat, but yeah, I'm not. Mandrell said what he had to say, and I get where Mandrell is coming from, but y'all understand what Mandrell also said. He was like, it's still fucked up. You know what I mean? I can't rock with it. I see where he's coming from, but I personally can't rock with it. You know what I mean?
That is a textbook perspective of a civilian. It just is like someone who has no concept nor idea of what military life is about. Yeah, like I think I chalked it up to ignorance, plain and simple. I still don't rock with him saying that, but I understand it's coming from an ignorant place. I ain't making no excuses for him, but I'm just saying, hey, let's just call it what it is. A flat tire is a flat tire. I don't like a flat tire. I'm just saying it. I'm just calling it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know how that even fits in the argument. But you know what? I rock with you. I fuck with you for saying it.
Yeah, it's an analogy. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I'm respecting that shit.
Right. I'm just calling it for what it is. I mean, it's fucked up, and I don't rock with it. And I'm not gonna look. If someone tees off on him, I would stay. If I was standing next to him and somebody teed off on him for that, I stand right there.
You know what, my man?
I would not lift the finger to help him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you had it coming.
Hey, my man.
You had it. Am I right, DL? You got it, bro. You got it coming for what you done.
I'm with you.
What you want me to do? You talking shit about veterans and service, bro? I ain't finna help you with that.
I can't help you with that. Jswans, what was you about to say?
I don't even know. Oh no,
I had half of mine to join in. You ask me why they ain't do it.
Pick him when he's down. I was gonna say, look, Mandrell's an SF dude, man. He say anything, they be like, "Yeah, I'm fucking with it." He'd be like, "Yo, Christmas on Tuesday, y'all, with ice cream." I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, Mandrell." Either way, brother.
You know what I mean? So, and then Mad4, this one right here, like I be shooting back. The jab got people dropping like flies with no efficacy to show for it.
Okay.
The thing with this is, bro, once you enlist in the United States military, man, you're GI, man. You're government issue, bro. You're not a human fucking being anymore. You know what I mean? You're government issue. Right? Really don't sign up for it if you don't want that shit, bro. I mean, it's his bottom line. Don't sign up for it if you ain't ready for it. Y'all talking about that little jab they talking about, bro? Like you talking about what it did to people. Anthrax was messing up children, still messing up children generations later, bro. Like, I don't want to.
All them birth defects that was on Bragg.
Oh man,
yeah. Look, I can tell you a story, dude. I know a guy who had a kid that was messed up because of the anthrax shot.
Yeah,
I mean, it was that was nasty. And then his army, oh, we told you not to have unprotected sex. That's not the fucking point.
That's exactly how they handled that shit.
That's exactly because his boy tried to sue. And it was because his kid was born with no anus.
Damn.
Right? And they had to have surgery to give the kid one. And, bruh, they tried to sue. And the Army got away with it. Yeah, we told you not to have unprotected sex.
That was the big push. They were like, don't have unprotected sex. Because all them kids was showing up with birth defects from the first
all sorts of birth defects coming back from the Desert Storm, bro. And here's the thing. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know any other way to put it. It's what I signed up for. You don't hear me crying about that shit. It's what I signed up for. Now, as a civilian, if you come up to me saying some shit like that, like, nah, bro, nah, I ain't signed up for that. It's a different conversation. But as a GI, come on, bro. You could get out like that kid did in the story that Jswans said. Okay, you don't want to do it because your mom and daddy said, okay, fine. Take this Article 15, buy it. Thanks for playing. You know what I mean? Good luck getting any kind of benefits. Good luck trying to get any job because this right here, this is a dishonorable discharge. You earned it. See you.
And they feel not. I mean, they don't understand that you are disobeying a direct order.
That's all it is.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you won't follow that simple order, when I tell you to do something that's probably going to get you killed, are you going to do that? Probably not. Because my parents told me not. My parents told me I ain't got to do that. That's dangerous. When you're standing at the door and they said go, you're like, nah, I ain't got to jump. My parents told me this was dangerous. But you volunteered for this. Yeah.
Volunteer for this. Yeah, and then Miss AKA lady, she's like, honestly, D, I respect the fact that you're doing a show on this and didn't just conveniently ignore this, it says something. I can't ignore it. Jswans won't let me. That's the thing about having dudes to rock with you. He wouldn't let me.
And to keep you hold you accountable.
Well, I was gonna say you didn't try to avoid it. You had another stuff. You were talking about doing another show. And I was like, nah, man, you could do this. You know what I mean? Like you could do this. So I mean, so it wasn't like he was trying to avoid it. He was like, you didn't even know. I sent to you, didn't even know about it. You were like,
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sister Candace, it was a stupid, ignorant commentary by Tate. Again, I'd be interested to see if he will defend his stance to current service members or veterans. We'll see how it plays out. You're right. You're right, sis. You know what I mean? Brother Hayoka's in the house was good. Do you think that your childhood played a part in joining the military? Yeah, I always wanted to jump off of shit. I joined the Army so I can jump out of airplanes. That was it. I told that story when I was talking about my military experience. I enlisted to the United States Army so I can jump out of airplanes. I thought that was the job. I thought the airborne was their job to jump out of airplanes. And they were like, nah, that's a qualification. And, and I wound up being offered air traffic control, and I took that. But the only reason I took it because I go to airborne school and I got it guaranteed in my contract. But yeah, I mean, but there was talk about people, in the chat when they were talking about only poor folks join the military. That's not true. That stigma is out there. Oh, you must be dumb. Jswans told that story.
Well, here you go. I'll tell you right now. Okay, so my upbringing. All right, I grew up upper middle class. My dad was air traffic controller. Matter of fact, he was a supervisor at LAX airport. I mean, I grew up around celebrities. I've dated celebrities. I mean, so my family was far from poor. I joined the military because one, I had a scholarship to go play ball at San Jose State. All right, and for some reason, I just knew in my head that if I went there, I was going to do something stupid. I was going to get somebody pregnant. Just something dumb. And another reason was because I wanted to be better than my father. My father was an air traffic controller. All right. And he, to this day, I worship that man. He, that's a man. Took care of his family. He's worked hard his entire life. I wanted to be better than him. All right. So I went and talked to the Air Force, and they were like, yeah, you can be an air traffic controller. I said, well, yeah, okay, but just an air traffic controller? Well, what else do you want? I said, I want to jump out of planes. I want to do this. Well, you can apply. Oh, no. And they wouldn't guarantee me air traffic control either. They told me a career field. So I was like, So I went to the Army. They guaranteed me air traffic control. And I said, hey, I want to be like the CCT guys, the combat controller guys. I said, I want that. And they said, well, we got something like that. You could jump out of planes. You get to go to all these neat schools, all this other stuff. It'd be just like that, which it wasn't. I mean, we used to work with those guys a lot, and they had cool toys, and we didn't. We used to go steal stuff from them. But I wanted to be better than my dad. We reappropriated military shit. We didn't steal nothing. We replaced theirs with the but I mean, I wanted to be better than my father. So that's why I joined the military. My dad was in the military. My grandfather was in the military. My dad was an air traffic controller in the military. Then he got out and became an air traffic controller. I wanted a leg up on him. So I went in the Army, jumped out of planes, ended up doing the Ranger stuff, ended up going to Pathfinder, all that neat stuff, because I wanted to one up him. And that was my whole thing about joining the military. I just want to be better than him.
Right. A guy who didn't have to do it.
Yeah. And you know what? And I'll tell you this much. I've had somebody, just recently, and DL and I were talking about this, asked me, would I do it all again? I'm like, hell yeah. I would go through all the suffering. I would go through all the fun times. I would go through all of it all over again, because it made me who I am today. It made me the man I am today. It taught me about honor, respect, confidence. It taught me to be somewhere where I'm supposed to be on time. What is it? If you're 15 minutes early, you're already late, that sort of stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't change a thing about it. Not a thing. And then as far as my personal life, bruh, for all y'all like, military people are stupid and all this other stuff, I tell DL all the time, man, cats want to be me. I tell that to cats' faces. You want to be me. I'm the one with the pool in my living room. You know what I'm saying? Legit. And you go through my front doors, there's a pool. And
real talk.
And I retired before I'm 50. And it gave me the confidence to talk to my wife when I saw her.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That hood shit, we had that conversation, like, would I do it all over? I love the hood shit. My only question was, the only pause I gave to that was, would I do it for the United States government? That was the only thing. Like, would I join the United States Army if I had to do it again? Maybe I join the French Foreign Legion. Guaranteed 2 combat tours, guaranteed airborne. You're gonna learn how to speak French. You know what I mean? And apparently the French Foreign Legionnaires take care of Legionnaires. Like, would I do that? You can go through the Legionnaires and come out, and they'll give you a clean passport. You can be anybody you want to be, any name you want legally. Like, man, that sounds good. But I guarantee you there's some Legionnaires somewhere drinking on some cognac, bitching and moaning about what they went through and saying the same thing. Maybe I was joined the army. Because when we linked up with those guys in Desert Storm, all they could say is, man, we want y'all M16. We want, you know what I mean? We want those MREs. We want that Humvee over there. And we're sitting there looking at them like, man, that's a cool looking weapon. What is that? It loads from the rear. You know what I mean? They're doing all this exotic stuff. So grass is always greener, isn't it? So no, would I do it all over again? Yeah, I definitely would enlist. I definitely would do it all over again. We already know that Mandrell would do it over again.
What about you, brother? I was gonna say,
Me, I think is I attend university again, and just for the civilian education, But then I'd go straight to the Rangers. I'd enlist to go straight to the Ranger Battalion. I request to be in 1st Ranger Battalion, and I get my tab. After I got my tab, I get my scroll. After I get my scroll and my Ranger tab, I start training for SF. I go straight Green and I go Green Berets again. But this time I cut my teeth in the Rangers for about 4 years first. I would do that first. If I knew then what I know now, I would cut my teeth in the Rangers for about 4 years first, my first 4 years, and I go SF, go Green Berets. And I do that for about 8 years, maybe. And then when I'm about 30, I try for Delta.
Really?
I go to selection for Delta, yeah.
So what? Well, this is our conversation I would have later. But what would make you want to do the Ranger thing first? The
experience, the actual combat training experience. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to. I think that would be a much easier transition than me. I pretty much came off the street and went SF.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Because I went to selection right after airborne school.
Oh, so you went X-ray? Is that what you did?
No, I didn't go X-ray. I signed up to be a rigger.
Oh, okay.
But when we went to airborne, but before you can even go to your MOS training,
yeah,
you have to go to airborne. You have to graduate airborne school. Like you can't even go to rigger school without being airborne.
Yeah.
Period. Like riggers are airborne. Airborne. Period. You can't even go to rigger school. Yeah, you can't even go to rigger school without being airborne first.
Did they do that thing where, like, after airborne school, they say, "Hey, who wants to go over to RIP?"
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And that's how they got us. That's exactly what happened. And the guy in the tambourine comes in. Yeah, and the guy in the tambourine comes in. Hey, everybody want to go to RIP? I said, "What the fuck is a RIP?" It's Ranger Introduction Course, man. We should try out. White boy. Yeah, we should try out. Shut up, Folliard. I don't want to go to Rangers. Wait. Like, how far in the Rangers do we go? Like, we don't know enough about this. Anybody want to go to Special Forces fucking selection? We're like, yeah, Special Forces selection. I said, selection? What about that? I said, okay, now if we do this, he told me about it, and I said, once we do this, what if we don't make it? What happens to us then? So you go right back to your career field that you signed up for. I said, really? So we come right back on this after we graduate? We go right back to, yeah. Okay, well then, I figured like, okay, I got nothing to lose. Why not at least try out? Who knows? You might even make it.
Yeah. So
at least because I didn't like this. I didn't expect to make it. To be honest, I expected to have a story to tell. Hey, I tried out. I didn't make it. But I tried. At least I tried out. I went out there and gave them all. I tried out. I was like, man, those guys are tough, man. I expected to have one of those kind of stories. I got up there and this was like, okay, cool. All right. So day zero.
They put y'all through like because when you do the Ranger thing, they put you like, especially from airborne school, they put you through that pre-Ranger course, which is, I want to say, is like a couple of weeks, and then they pull you out of there when they're ready for you. Did they put you guys through that for selection also before you went to selection?
No. Nope. They took us to Bragg. Yeah. We signed a bunch of paperwork, sat in the room for about 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? We went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Next day, they gave us a briefing. And it's okay. Have the rest of the day. You got the rest of the day off. But tomorrow morning, you report here. We reported there the next day, and they transported us over to the training area.
Yeah, to McCall, right?
No.
Over the SOCOM, right? I mean, not SOCOM. Right across from
the JFK training facility, right? So we got there first, and then we rode out a TA-50, whole 9. You know what I'm saying? And so they checked everything. Everything was, all that logistic stuff. Took care of that, and we had to follow instructions. But the thing is, we were evaluated the second we got there.
Oh, yeah,
second we set foot on there, we were being evaluated from that moment on. And it was crazy. Like, they play stupid mind games. Okay, first thing in the morning. It's night outside. Sun ain't out. But we're awake, getting ready to go do PT. They had this whiteboard outside. They write down the equipment and everything you need. Okay, PTs, 2-quart canteen, running shoes. Okay, somebody go out there and watch and look. So, okay, change the PTs, got my 2-quart canteen of water. I'm outside. But then I look at the whiteboard, BDUs, rucksack, you know what I'm saying? 2-quart canteen and two 1-quart canteens. Running there, change clothes, and come back outside. Okay. PT shorts, brown t-shirt, running shoes, 1-quart canteen. Go back in that, like they do this, right? And listen, they do that until it was time to be in formation. They just keep changing it up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But see, they'll do that some days, but other days they wouldn't, It's like they kept you guessing. You didn't know what to expect.
I mean, that's insane.
I say that's why SF guys are smart. They just abused us.
Yeah, just straight beat you with a stick. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's Ranger. So Ms. Glober has some right here. He's like, that's not the only reason a young person would join the military, because they're poor. I hear that narrative a lot, and it's not true.
I'm a perfect example of that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And then she was talking about the equator thing. I crossed the equator and I didn't dress up. Well, why not? Everybody else was dressing up.
Hold on, she's already a woman. They wasn't turned on by that. They wasn't turned on by some woman dressing up. They want to see Tommy.
That's crazy. And I wanted to talk about this one real quick. Mad4 was saying, in fairness to top brass, forcing dangerous jabs that don't work is part of the reason why enlistment is currently down 25%. That might be one of the reasons, but the biggest reason enlistment is down is because Americans are dumb and fat. Yeah, it's too many fat kids. Americans are dumb and fat. That's why enlistment is down. Right. That's it right there.
14 years old. The fuck is
14 years old. And they won't let people, it's no more go to army or go to jail. They're going to start doing that again, I bet. You're going to have a bunch of like straight hitters going into the army. Like back in the day, that's going to force them to change the training dynamic. I personally think.
Make basic training like it used to be, where they get to yell at people again.
That's right. I think that's going to be it. And then Ms. Globe Girl was talking about Andrew Tate. He's a sleazy snake oil salesman. I can't argue that. You know what I mean? I just can't. I mean, when I see this kind of stuff, man, it makes me wonder. You know what I mean? I'm the guy on the panel that was like, yeah, Tate. You know what I mean? Doing the videos and stuff like that. And I still believe there's a lot of stuff that I agree with. But after this, and like I said, I'm not going to, it's not like, oh, I'm just going to be this way for a month or two. Nah, man. Nah. You know what I mean? There's no spinning this. There's no spinning this. And this is one of my bullet points. Should Andrew Tate apologize?
Yes.
I disagree. I don't think it'll matter. I say no. He'll not have to apologize. He's not gonna mean it. He's not gonna mean it. So why even fucking do it?
Oh well.
So,
there you go.
Yeah. Okay. If you look, you're right.
Yeah, you look at it that way because he's not gonna mean it. I agree. He's not gonna mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ms. Globe was saying, this is from earlier. That's not what I'm saying, though. Don't try to clean up his statement and make excuses. Definitely not trying to make excuses for the dude. He's a grown man. Can say what he wants to fucking say. You know what I mean? But I can't get past it. And on the panel, I'm the Tate guy. I'm the Tate guy. Like I can't get past that, bro.
See, this is what happens when you support garbage.
Well,
look at him now. He has to eat crow. Like he's like, hey,
he can't drop himself down, brother. See,
right? He can't drop himself down.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait.
Oh, he dropped himself down. There you go.
Exactly. Sit your ass in the corner. Go time out.
The thing is, I agree with DL though. I agree with DL wholeheartedly. I can't. It's not something you can get past. It's not something you're gonna come back from.
No, I mean,
can't come back from this.
There's no point in apologizing because he is right. You don't mean it. Get the fuck out of my face, then.
Right?
Why are you here? Should he do it? Yeah, he should. He should attempt to make some sort of amends. But we know you don't really mean that shit. Now, I guarantee you, if you started messing with his money, you know what I mean. He might go in there and say something because that's what the bottom line is for him. But you know, hey,
this isn't gonna fuck with his money at all. You know what I mean? No. It's not even gonna mess with his brand. I mean, Miss AKA lady was saying like that. This is in fact his brand. It's just like I said. He goes hard on women. He goes harder on the dudes, the basement dwellers and those type dudes, the fat dudes. He goes hard on them, and he's turned it on the military. That's ill advised.
It's his brand, but it's unfortunate that a lot of these basement dwellers are so desperate for leadership that they'll follow something like that. That's what the problem is. They think because he has a Bugatti, that makes him a man, and they don't understand. So, I mean, maybe their brains are just mushy or something. I don't know.
It is what it is, bro. They're starving for leadership that's just not there. I mean, you don't have any kind of male leadership at all. You get to a point where you're grown and you realize, man, the world isn't what I was taught. I'm not trying to put this on like women or whatever, but you get there like, oh shit, this is hard. And then boom, here are these guys, here are these men, you know what I mean? They're like, now you got to choose. Who am I going to follow? Well, most people follow the flashy thing.
Now, most people follow what's easy.
Or they take the path of least resistance.
Yeah. Like I said, being a man is hard. Facts.
Facts. You know what I mean? Brother Jason, though, quote of the stream, a flat tire is a flat tire. I don't like it, but it is what it is.
Like I said, that man is SF. If he says a tree's got wood on it, damn it, that tree got wood.
There you go. You know what I mean? Yeah, brother JT, like, how did I miss this? How did you miss this, JT?
I don't know, JT. Yeah, where you were? Where were you, JT? Oh man, I'm sorry, fellas. I was taking a shit, and then but I was working.
That's no excuse.
Yeah,
that's no excuse. You have your phone at. You got your phone. Right. You don't front.
I don't. I don't do that. I don't carry the phone in the bathroom with me.
Damn, really?
Yeah. I bet you carries 9mm though. Won't leave the phone out there, but give me the pistol.
I gotta take it. I gotta take it off the belt holster. I gotta take it off the belt holster. I mean,
yeah. What's this? I like that.
Hey man, listen. That most of the time when I'm sitting right here, I got one right here.
You say most of the time?
Yeah. I'm saying.
Mine's in the house over there. That's
Yeah, so but he lives in a gated castle thingy.
Hey,
Miss AK, Miss AKA lady. I like the idea of go to military versus jail. I think that's cool as long as we don't end up with untamable degenerates with big guns, right?
The thing is, you gotta have a halfway decent brain for an AKA. So I enjoy you and your comments. She's an AKA. I gotta give a shit.
The problem, Mandrell, is that you hold back a lot, brother.
I do.
I need you to express yourself.
You need me to express myself, really?
Yeah, I don't want you to hold. I don't want you to feel stifled. You know what I mean?
You know what? When I start my own YouTube channel, I'll start doing that. I don't want to get DL. I don't want to get DL in that much trouble because, bruh.
He keeps me in trouble. He keeps me in trouble, bro. Worse than you, man. He keeps me. YouTube be after him. They be after me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I was on the channel I'm on now, and YouTube sent him an email yelling at me. Yeah, called me a bully.
See, right there. That's how you
bullying.
Know now you know that man is SF because they sent the letter to somebody else.
Bully. Can you imagine that? Kanye. That's one of the things they said. You shouldn't say that. That's bullying and hate speech. And
if the shoe fits.
They let him say it like 1,000 times before they said anything. They let him say it and say it.
That's true. I was going on about it with about what deal like a month. I was saying that. Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. On.
Hey, if the shoe fits, though, I mean, come on. Hey, look, is this how we talk to each other? Hey, look, if I was on some coon shit, you tell me, right?
Yeah,
There you go.
100%.
Would you pull that punch? When you see Jay,
No.
you acting like a small rodent that no, you
man, won't you stop tap dancing, man? Dang, I'd be like, man, stop tap dancing.
Stop, like cut it out. Sister Candace, Tate responded how he did. What say you to his caller? What advice would you give to a young man or woman deciding whether or not to join the Marine Corps?
I got this. Hey, do what you feel you need to do. All right. But just know, use them before they use you, because they will use you up, brother. Be smart about your decisions. Pick a job that you can use when you get out. Don't pick something because you think it's cool. You know, use them. Take advantage of every opportunity. Don't waste your time. You got 4 years. Use it.
Cool. Mandrell, what would you say?
I say, don't be stupid. Join the Army. Okay. Don't join the Marine Corps. Why? Why would you do that?
Because he's short and want to be a Marine. That's why.
Yeah, that's all you're gonna come out of there with. Rah 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 rah.
You gonna know how to choose the best crown, though?
No trade, no skills, nothing. No, you don't want that, man. Go and learn something. Look at these two gentlemen. They air traffic control, even though they never did the job in the Army. Y'all not fooling me. I know y'all didn't do.
We didn't do that shit.
Y'all didn't do that job.
We didn't do that shit.
Y'all went to air.
No, we did. We had a VS-17 panel set up LZs.
Hey,
controlling.
Exactly. Yeah. Y'all learned it. Y'all went to AIT and never touched that stuff again.
Nope.
Does the TDY missions count, though? You got to ask that question. Do the TDY?
No.
No, we went to AP Hill.
Yeah, I went to Grayling twice. So,
yeah. But that don't count. That's a fact, though. I mean, look, we did set up radios in the middle of nowhere. Set up beacons in the middle of nowhere, because this is before GPS. The helicopters had to find out how to get to where they was going.
Right.
I mean,
and snuck up on our food. Hell, I mean, we ran the VR mission. We ran the beacon mission. We command and control stuff. Remember, we got tasked to do that because we had the Humvee with all the radios in it, and that was it. We got tasked for any random mission that came down the pipe. So, yeah. And brother Mandrell's right. I mean, I would say this for anyone who wants to join the United States military. Jswans is correct. Make sure you go in there knowing exactly what you're going to get out of it, because they know exactly what they're going to get out of you, and that's every branch. When I talk to young people now, I'll ask them, like, did you look at every branch? Did you look at the Air Force? Did you look at the Navy? Did you look at the Army? Look at our Coast Guard. You know what I mean? Now they got Space Corps, whatever the hell that is, Space Force. Look at what they're offering. You know what I mean? Get the most that's going to benefit you. And the back end. My back end was horrible. I managed to parlay it into a career with the FAA as an air traffic controller. Absolutely wonderful. But as far as college, I had the Montgomery GI Bill. That's all I had. I didn't have the college fund. I didn't have nothing. Right? So the back end for me would have been shitty. I had to enlist in the Ohio National Guard to help me pay for college. The Ohio National Guard would pay your tuition if you enlisted in the Ohio National Guard, but you had to give them 6 years, which was, damn. You know what I mean? So it wasn't shit to me, but it was an irritant because there wasn't no real missions or anything like that. So make sure the back end is shored up. Like right now, the United States Navy is offering up to $140,000 in different incentives, like for college tuition repayment and all that kind of stuff on the back end. You'll be a fool not to take advantage of that. Right? They're offering enlistment bonuses of I want to say up to $10,000 just to go to basic training. You don't even have to complete it successfully, just to go to basic or to boot camp in the Navy. So look at what branches are offering you the best deal and take it. Now, if you're a hua dude, like the guys on this screen, you're going to wind up in the Marine Corps. You're going to wind up in the Army. If you want to do that hua shit, that's where it is. You know what I mean? And that's what you want to do. Try to secure as much as you can, either via Greens to Gold, warrant officer program, something. Try to get a commission. Try to get something. And if you know what I mean, if you don't want anything like that, well, just see how much money you're going to get in the GI Bill when you come out. And you know what I mean? When you get out of that, will you be able to, in your civilian life, be able to get the college education that you need and not have to pay for it? That's what I would say to that young dude.
Hey, I was just thinking about when JD was talking about, going in the military, and he was like, yeah, I want to do this Ranger stuff and I want to do this. What's it like? And I told you that story about how it was storming and raining. One day, we're about 3-4 miles from the house. It's storming and raining. I'm out this field in the middle of nowhere, just driving home. There's fields everywhere. I want to know what it's like, Dad. I mean, really, like, I think I'm ready for this. I said, all right, get out the car. He was like looking at me, you know, he didn't have a jacket, you know, he had a, you know, t-shirt and whatever. He's like, what do you mean? I said, get out the car. You want to know what it's like? Get out the car. I'll see you at home. And he's looking at me like, well, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, you want to be Ranger. This is what it is. Get out the car. I'll see you at home. But it's cold out there and it's wet. Exactly. You know, I said, if you ain't about that life, don't play the game. You know, I mean, there's other jobs. You know, I suggest you choose something that you could use on the outside. X-ray technician, go for it. Go get some, you know, go learn, look at the trade schools and find a job in the military that coincides with that trade school. There you go. I didn't know the Army had air conditioner repair guys.
I didn't either. That's boy, you do that shit and come out, start your own business.
I'm just saying, electrician.
Yeah.
I mean, just be smart.
And Sister Candace, go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
I was going to say, Sister Candace has another question. With the recruitment slant retention issues in our military and lack of qualified candidates, in your opinion, with your opinion on Navy raising the age of enlistment to 41, will other branches follow suit?
Enlistment age is 41?
In the United States Navy, it is now. Yes, they raised it.
So you get out, you be 61. And you know what? Hey, you know what? To me, I don't think there should be an age requirement. I think there should be an ability to do the job. If you can pass the physical and you can pass the training and make it legitimate training, you know, I mean, the shit they got going on now. But make, you know, if you can pass the physical and you can make the training standards, man, go for it. You know, that's my attitude about it.
I think the answer to your question is yes. I think they're going to do it because they all need to recruit and they're all competitors. So if the Navy is finding successful letting people in at 41, the Army, Marine Corps, and the Air Force are going to look into it now. You know what I mean? The Marine Corps, especially, that's going to be tough. Like Jswans is saying, you're going to have a standard. And if you can meet that standard, fine. But that's hard. Like, you know, same thing in the Army. You know what I mean? Being able to hump, to have your rucksack on, do the ruck marches. In the Marine Corps, being able to complete the crucible, which you need to do just to finish basic training. You know, you got somebody who's 41 years old and say they want to go to airborne school. I don't know how that's going to work. You know what I mean? That shit's going to hurt. They're more apt to get hurt, get injured. I don't know. Maybe they'll do it for certain MOSs.
Like I said, if you could pass the training, if you physically can do it, just like I feel about women in the military. Hey, if you can meet the standards and the standard is one standard and you can meet them standards, hey, come on. You know what I mean? Get some. I ain't got a problem with it.
I ain't got a problem with it.
Make the standard the standard. Don't have standards for men and for women and for 18 to 21. And I mean, you know, if you can meet
just
the
one standard.
Yeah, you meet the standard. Come on.
That's what's up. Brother JT, What We Know podcast. Go to military or go to jail. These numbskulls would choose jail, yeah. They sure would. My clothes, my people all in there.
I ain't gonna work for the man. I ain't gonna work for the white man. They be in jail making license plates.
Making license plates for pennies on the dollar. Brother Dino, so I'm sorry. You at the beginning of the podcast, you put this up. Don't forget George W. Bush, who ticked the box and talking about being in the military, did not volunteer to go overseas in 1968. And I bet you W wanted to go and his father probably didn't want him to go because he knew he never would make it back.
You know what I mean? Hey, but either way, he joined. Okay.
He did join. He did do it. That would, yeah.
I mean, how he served. We may not like it, you know what I mean? But hey, he passed fighter pilot training. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And this was from earlier with Ms. Globe Girl. Or we read this. Don't try to clean up what Tate was saying. And then we read this with J2. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I guess we got to go final thoughts now, man. We done said our piece. Is there anything that we miss, bro? And if so, we'll do it in final thoughts, man. We'll start with Brother Mandrell.
Final thoughts. Leave veterans and service members alone because you don't know shit unless you've done it yourself. Okay, you can say, but you signed up for it. Yeah, but you don't know that when you're signing up. Truth of the matter is, you don't actually know what you're signing up for until you're in it. You knew war was a possibility, but you don't know what war is. No one does unless you've been to it. You know, truth is, these kids don't actually know what they're signing up for. So a little grace and understanding is in order, I'd say. If you don't know, you've never been into it. I'm not talking about your daddy been into it, or your granddaddy was in the military. No, if you haven't taken your ass down the MIPS, raised that hand, and taken that oath, and shipped out and served one enlistment, keep your mouth shut, because you don't know shit. That's my thing. And if you do, in the event that you do choose to run your mouth, and you get popped in it, you had it coming. Don't cry. Don't whine. You had it coming. Take your medicine. That's it.
And you know what? That's perfect. I got the perfect button for Brother Mandrell.
Get some. Get some. Get some.
That's his favorite button. I want to make him smile. Look at him smile. He's getting so happy right now, man. He's about to go to the range right now. Brother Mandrell, thank you so much, bro. Hang out backstage, man. We'll be back here. We'll be in a second. Final thoughts, my brother, Jswans.
I think Mandrell said it all, man. I ain't got really much to say. If the final thoughts are about Tate, like I said before, man, he dude's corny and he's all about his money. You know what I mean? So I respect the fact that the man's trying to make his money. I just don't respect the way he's doing it. And you young brothers out there, you young cats, be careful who you follow and be careful who you surround yourself with. Because like Brother Mandrell said, you're going to mess around and catch one in the jaw because of him repeating the stuff that he said. So just, be smart about it. Be careful who you follow. Just because someone's got the most toys doesn't make them the best man. That's all I really got, brother.
You know what I mean? So you want to get some button too? Pause.
Yeah, no, I'm good. You go ahead and just do your thing.
That's for you, bro. That's for you. Hang out, man. Hang out if you can, man. I'll be back. I'll be there in a second. Just give me 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. My final thoughts on this, man. I'm like I said, I ain't no running from it. On this platform, I stated it many times, I'm a Tate guy. You know what I mean? I've also stated on this platform many times that I am a man. I am my own man. You feel me? When I tell you I agree with a lot of stuff that the Manosphere and the Red Pill has to say, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff that they have to say, this is one of those moments. This is one of those moments. I can't rock with the way Brother Tate said. I can't fuck with that. There's no spinning it. There's no getting around it. You know what I'm saying? Jswans asked me like, yo, would you still have would you have a drink with him? Would you sit down and talk with him? Like, I would talk to him, bro. And this was the only thing that I would want to talk about. I will hear what he has to say, but it's not going to change anything, man. I know how you feel about this. You know what I mean? It ain't about smoking, nothing like that. You know what I mean? I don't wish you ill, and I'm not here to talk shit about it. I'm not. But it needed to be addressed. What you said, bro, was wrong. To anybody who has served their nation, anyone who has served, like in America, our Constitution, or their way of life, anyone who has protected their tribe. And it is what it is. And that's coming from a black man in America. Y'all know we've been through some shit. But does this mean that everything Tate said and everything Tate will say in the future is bullshit? No, it does not. Does this mean that I still agree with Andrew Tate on points that he has made? Yeah, I still agree with him on some points that he's made, but this one? Nah, I can't fuck with it. You know what I mean? At all. And people are like, should he apologize and all that shit? We talked about that. Nah, I don't think he should apologize because we know how you feel, bro. You're not sorry for what you said, nor should you be. I believe in free speech. I respect the fact that he said it with his face on the camera. He didn't have his shit covered up like some people in American media. He's not hiding behind these little icons and bullshit thumbnails and whatnot, these little pictures that these keyboard warriors do all the time on fucking YouTube, Instagram. I gotta give him credit for being a man, standing on what he has to say and saying that shit to the world without hiding or running from it. So I give him that. But yeah, I can't rock with the statement. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. Thanks for everybody who was in the chat, man. Special shout out to Brother Mandrell, the crazy Green Beret, my brother Jswans, the Airborne Ranger. You know what I mean? And I'm DL Saint. This is the DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.